The man was about to become a father, but he left his wife, who was in labor, and flew abroad to be with another woman as she gave birth. All because his wife's child was an accident, a result of him mistaking her for someone else while drunk. 5 years passed, and he remained cold to his own daughter. Even when she called him daddy, she couldn't get a kind look from him. It wasn't until he heard his first love was returning home that he, drunk, held his daughter for the first time, yet he mumbled the name of his first love's daughter. The little girl finally understood. She'd never had a place in her father's heart. Her mother, holding back tears, asked her daughter, "Want to leave here with mommy?" The daughter looked confused. "Why?" "Because daddy doesn't like you." But the little girl still held on to hope, begging her mother to give daddy 3 more chances. If he changed, they'd stay. What she didn't know was that even a million chances wouldn't change the outcome. The next day, when the man came downstairs, his daughter hurried to call daddy, but his face darkened, and he turned around and left, leaving her heartbroken. That afternoon, while the woman was still at work, the man had already arranged for the scheming woman to take her job. He publicly called the schemer his girlfriend, and their supervisor even chimed in, saying the schemer was more suitable. He announced he'd host a welcome dinner for the schemer that night, inviting everyone, then left laughing with her. The woman silently handed in her resignation and declined the dinner. The schemer showed up at her door, feigning innocence. "Are you upset? Could you introduce me to the colleagues?" The woman coldly refused, saying she needed to pick up her daughter. Just then, her daughter ran over and said, "Daddy is picking me up from school tonight." The woman was confused when the man walked in, holding the schemer's daughter's hand. "Just stopped by on the way," he said casually, then picked up the schemer's daughter, showing affection without hesitation in front of the woman, before the 3 left. The woman, forcing down her emotions, tried to take her daughter home, but the little girl wanted to see what the woman her dad looked like. They walked into the banquet hall and saw the man feeding the schemer fruit with his own hands, gently stroking the schemer's daughter's hair. The last bit of hope in the little girl's eyes vanished. Daddy really likes them. He's smiling so happily. "Let's go." Just outside the banquet hall, the man's assistant appeared, inviting the little girl to play, emphasizing it was a special arrangement by daddy. The daughter instantly forgot her sadness and happily followed the assistant. The woman felt uneasy, and sure enough, her daughter's call came soon after. Her heart skipped a beat, something was wrong. She rushed over to find her daughter lying alone on the roadside, then hurried her to the hospital. It was late at night before the girl finally fell asleep in her hospital bed. The angry woman texted the man to demand an explanation, but got no response all night. His social media, though, had new photos of him with the schemer and her daughter, looking intimately close. 2 days later, the man said he'd come to pick up their daughter to check out of the hospital. Mother and daughter waited from morning till night, but he never showed up. As they walked out of the ward, they ran into the man accompanying the schemer for a checkup. He acted as if they weren't there, rushing past them like strangers. In that moment, that's exactly what they were.